Hey everybody and welcome back to RikuNaceLand. My name's Jules and today we're going to start playing Apple... Okay, that's a good start. I'm going to leave that in, I don't even care. How would I have continued that sentence? Apple Batic Fantasy. We're gonna play Epic Battle Fantasy 5. And no, I have not played Epic Battle Fantasy 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm just assuming that those games also exist because there's the fifth part, so it would make sense. You may notice the title and the whole JRPG way it looks kind of reminds you, or at least reminds me of Final Fantasy, at least the early Final Fantasy games. I'm assuming from what I've seen in the trailers that the fighting scenes, so the combat stuff is gonna be pretty much like that. But there are some differences. First of all, I've not played the game yet at all, but I'm gonna show you something in the options, so I'm a bit scared if I can publish this without making it 18+. On the other hand, with me having a rather strong language, I might have to make it 18+ anyway. But I can see content filters, well, tips, I mean, wow, that's not a big deal, but okay, blood, sure, yeah, more violent dialogue. There's not a lot though, it says. The flashes are, I was a bit scared when I read flashes after reading mature and cleavage, so I was like, flashes? But apparently it's really just flashing light animations. I'm gonna leave them on for now. If somebody complains in the comments, if it bothers anybody, feel free to tell me, then I'll switch them off. Not a big deal at all. I turned off shaking though because it tends to make me a bit dizzy depending on how often it really happens. Maybe we'll turn it on later. But then we have cleavage. Enables scantily clad anime girls and related jokes. I'm looking forward to the jokes. I mean, I'm assuming there are going to be quite some nice conversations in this game. I'm not sure yet if it's a parody of a Final Fantasy game or if it's really... I haven't played it, I don't know, we're gonna see. And the last point is mature, which enables offensive jokes and symbols. I'm really scared of that one. We're playing normal difficulty, by the way. The reason why I am scared of it is because I'm already seeing some symbols that I recognize from things, history-related things. So I'm really not looking forward to the swastikas coming, but I'm assuming there will be some. Also, we're gonna see a lot of this, I guess. There's a Triforce here, so a lot of yeah, like little gimmicks that could remind us of certain games. If I'm missing any, feel free to point them out down in the comment section below. One more thing before we start. I want to say thank you to the Shy Foreigner who gifted this game to me about a year ago, maybe even longer than a year ago, maybe 1.5 years ago. I didn't get around to playing it yet, so it's about time now. And what better way to honor her gifting the game to me than playing it for you guys and not just for myself. So let's start. New game. Should I use a girl's voice? I'm joking. Oh snap! I'm down to my last few hit points again. His attacks do so much damage, it's not fair. And his stupid attack pattern keeps changing every time. I've only got 1 life left. If I lose again, I'm going all the way back to the start. Please tell me this is not a roguelike. I don't want to go back to the start whenever I die. I've got other things to do. I don't want to be trapped in here forever. Okay, that also would have fit as an ending to the sentence I said before, but whatever. Aha! There's his weak spot. If I can just stab him in the eye a few more times, then maybe... I did it! He's dead! Oh, okay, we're just playing a game. And there's the Triforce again, by the way. I finally finished the game. It only took me 23 tries to beat the final boss. I'm such a pro. I'm scared already. This game is gonna be like that. This ending is kind of lame though. I spent weeks collecting every single item, and this is all I get? I hope there's more to it than this. What the hell? What the crap was that? Is Hope Harbor being invaded by pirates again? There's no way that pirates would have that much firepower, right? I'm not gonna let this slide. Whoever did this to my TV is gonna pay. I didn't even get to see the rest of the ending. Here we go. I can use this old hockey stick as a weapon. What the fuck? I think that should be enough equipment for now. Okay. Seems appropriate for a starter if you just use an old hockey stick. I think I'm ready to go. Maybe I should grab some snacks from the fridge too. Okay, this... Wait, I expected something else. Like from the way we move. Or the graphics just... Maybe just the graphics, I don't know. Okay, we can move using the mouse. Okay, we can also use with WASD, although it's a bit delayed because apparently we're moving in squares. Like there are certain squares where we can be. If you see what I mean, so we can't move freely. So there's a map. Treasure, newspaper. Huge meteorite strikes the southern continent and worldwide chaos ensues. Nice! Plant, we can't sleep. Is there something in here? Nope. I'm not sure. I think we're just collecting equipment before we leave. Right sock. It looks used, so maybe it's best not to wear it or even pick it up at all. I'm gonna pick that up. Spring. Use the many types of machines to add bounciness. Of course, the bounciness is very important, not only with machines, but... Sorry, this game is inappropriate. I thought I could be too. You know what I wanted to say, probably. It's my high-tech gaming console, my most treasured possession. Sure thing. And we got the left sock. Exactly what it looks like, nothing more, nothing less. Although it has a different color, so I'm not that sure if it's the same left sock of which we found the right sock earlier. And wool, I guess you could make a sweater out of this. Okay, with 2 pieces of wool, maybe. I'm not sure if it's enough though. We can't look at this picture or whatever it is. We were supposed to get some snacks from the fridge. Beer, Boston allies attacked by 60%, and cola, Boston allies magic attacked by 60%. Okay, we're already having cola and beer, so this is not as fantasy related as Final Fantasy. Coffee revives a fallen ally with 30% HP. Sure, of course, coffee revives people, makes sense. I'd use an energy drink instead, but it's pretty much the same. Power is out, so I'll just play on the computer until it comes back on. Oh. It's sad that I needed a second to realize. Yeah, same thing again. We can't take anything from the table, nor can we access the sink or the stuff. But this looks like a hidden whatsoever. Wait, if we just go here and then click here. Okay, so it just works. Huh? I forgot that I had a room back here. There's this arrow here, so I kind of want to... But it's probably just for the box. Could have been a clue though. And this is not how you open chests. We got flare. Bandage level 1. A plain old bandage increases earth, death, and doom resistance. Death resistance is something that I really need. 20% earth resistance, I'm assuming. 40% death or doom? I don't know. The second symbol with 40% could mean death or doom. The first one's pretty certainly earth, so whatever. And a belt buckle. RPG characters need a lot of these. That is definitely true. We need a lot of belt buckles. Should I get that reference? Also, just want to mention I'm completely overwhelmed by the amount of things we have down in that bar, so I hope there's going to be a tutorial or something, although some things will be self-explanatory later on. So it looks like I can walk around with a keyboard and use the spacebar to interact with stuff, okay. But that feels quite old-fashioned. Maybe the mouse controls are easier to use. Okay, so I really have both options. Like, the way the graphics look and the way the game feels, it really looks more like a point-and-click adventure, so I kind of want to use the mouse. Although it also feels weird to use the mouse in a game, but... Anyway, before we talk to the person, let me just check whatever we have. Steroids. What? Food, steroids, crafting, and key. Oh, key items, I see. Key items unlimited supply. They allow you to reach new areas and complete quests. We have a scouter. Allows the party to use the scan ability during battle, showing the power level of enemies. Power level. Is this a reference or is it just a coincidence? I think it's a reference. Old boots. Allows the party to grip the ground firmly while pushing blocks around. Makes sense. World map allows you to take notes of places you've been and of points of interest. Viewable in the map menu. Newspaper, we already read that one. And the left and right side, which are obviously very important. Storage boost player sets permanently when consumed. That is cool. In fact, it's always the same, no need to save them for later. That's actually pretty neat, because I'm a person who saves stuff for the end and then never uses them, especially premium currency, but I think that's not a thing in this game. Shuriken, a blade thrown by anime fans, can be thrown in battle. Makes sense. Okay, and food is rather obvious. Yeah, can heal the players either in or out of battle. Status effects and death naturally after battle. Wait, death heals naturally after battle? That's quite good. And we have stats. Our name is Matt, which doesn't help me figuring out my gender. But I guess it's not that important anyway. Okay, attack, magic attack. Okay, these are rather simple to understand. Defense, magic defense, makes sense too. Accuracy and evasion. Okay, that's rather simple. And then we have different kinds of elements, apparently 10, which is kind of a lot, but we'll get used to them later, or maybe even more. Oh no, some of those are just status effects. Okay, 12 status effects and 10 elements. Okay, then we have some skills that we'll figure out later, probably. Protect, plus the defense of all allies, including those in backup, and 5 food. Okay, we could look at everything, but let's not get lost in here. Jeff. Hey man, did you feel that earthquake too? I don't know what's going on, but I wouldn't be sitting at home if I were you. Stuff's going down, man. Yeah, I'm heading out to check things out and stretch my legs. Can't play video games with my electricity out. Gotta get that fixed. Man, you're lucky to even have electricity around here at all. Also, on the way over here I saw a weird cat going through your trash. Might need to keep an eye out for that thing. Why do I need to keep an eye out for a cat going through my trash? I don't care. Cats are alright. It'll make a fine dinner. Shy, how could you give this game to me if it's against cats? Well, not against cats, but if they want to make dinner out of cats. Okay, can I jump over this? Oh, okay. So it is kind of a bit point and clicky. Not sure, but we need a ladder or something to get over this. I think the game made that quite obvious. And what's over here? Okay, this is the, let's say, normal path. There's some sort of totem here. Earthenware, strange clay statue. It looks mighty old and maybe valuable. Okay. Can't pick up that coffee cup. Huh, old Jerry doesn't seem to be home. I wonder what happened to him. He never goes out. This one's a bit more epic, the other one's more beach vibey. Not sure, I think I'm gonna leave it at this one for now. Is this a push around riddle? If so, I'd say... Wait, I thought we could push it one further up. But we can't. So I just fucked up. North, the Wild Tropics. East, Hope Harbor. South, Frozen Valley. Okay. We need a shovel to go any further here. Let's just solve this riddle. I hope it resets when we re-enter the screen, otherwise we're probably fucked already. It reset, good. Okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, here now I see the border. First of all, there's another treasure here, we should get that before we block it. An herb. An herb? Okay, whatever. A plant with medical and recreational uses. Oh, it's that kind of herb. I understand. Recreational use. Yeah, it's definitely, I don't even know. Chamomile. Oregano. Seashells. Some creature used to live in this. It's dead now. Wow. Thank you. That's good to know. Okay, I still don't fully understand the point of all of this, like, of the riddle itself. Oh wait, we can push this to the left side twice. Okay. Maybe I just need to get used to the graphic style or something before I can solve these riddles. Flare. Lucky clover. Lucky 4-leaf clover that protects you from unfortunate events. Gives the player blessed status, whatever that means. And earth ball. It's a fine chunk of dirt, truly a valuable treasure. I'm pretty sure of it. At least we got 2 of them, so that's even better then. They're not food, they're not steroids either. But also not crafting. I mean, the earth ball is, but the other stuff isn't. Where do we have that now? Or is it just usable in combat? The stuff that gives us the blast status? I thought it was... Oh, it's an equip probably. Or maybe not. Okay, we have a hat, we have clothes, and we have the Ultra Pro 9000X, of course. It gives us a power level of over 9000, which is very important. Captain's hat, hobo clothes. But here we can't equip the stuff we just found either. Okay, there's a forge. I'm overwhelmed. Let's continue with the game before before my mind melts. Also, I'm just glad that it's not that hot anymore outside because I was sweating like hell lately. At least I got myself a fan. which I could turn on if I'm getting too hot, although I'm not sure exactly how much it would influence the sound. Whoa, what the hell? There's a huge fireball in the sky. Oh wait, I see, that's just the sun. Haven't seen that in a while. I better be careful out here. I think we can all relate to that. Can we go up here? No. So we're going to the east. There's some monsters up ahead. One might even call them foes. Or hope. And if I know anything about foes, it's that they drop loot when they're defeated. So, time to get to work. But they're all just standing around peacefully for some reason. I might have to talk to them to spark things off. Okay, so I could actually just ignore my enemy. Is that the cat? That's the cat we have to look for, right? The one that we want to eat? Okay, let's interact with this. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or are those rocks trying to fight me? Actually, we try to fight them probably, but yeah. Also, these shapes are interesting. Okay, tactics looks a bit like we're just defending ourselves, but I'm gonna check it out. Okay, we have different options. Defend. All damage taken is reduced by 50% for one turn. Scan foes. Reveal their weaknesses. Oh, this data is forever stored in the bestiary. Okay, we even have questions for them. We question marks here, so we don't even know their names. We just know it's normal weather, so weather can also influence the fights. I like this game. I like it already. There's so much stuff that influences fights, so we can really develop our own tactics. God damn it, Shy, thank you so much. And sorry for just playing it now. I wasn't sure if this Let's Play is gonna be like 5 episodes, 10 episodes, but now I think it's gonna be over 100 because holy shit, there's a lot to do here apparently. With so many stats, it would be kind of sad if it was over after some hours. Okay, let's scan our foes for now, and then we're gonna look into the rest because that's always important. Okay, we can target them all at once, that's good. I'm not sure if those are 2 different types. It just said catch them all, didn't it? It just said catch them all. Also, is it fair to summon even more foes for your attack? Anyway, they don't deal so much damage, and they're both called Stone Idol. They have the same amount of HP and the same stats exactly. Defense, magical defense, and evasion are probably the stats right below the HP bar. Also, did I even mention that I don't have my green screen on? I mean, you probably noticed, but yeah, I'm probably gonna record this without the green screen. If something's getting too covered up, if something's not visible, then I'll switch that. But for now, yeah, I'm not covering anything. I was just too annoyed by my green screen always being annoying. Especially since I'm recording during daytime, or the light outside may switch or whatever. So at the beginning of a recording session, my green screen is fine, and then after 10 minutes it's completely fucked up, so it's a lot easier this way. I tested it with having quite a lot of ties. Okay, I can't really see that. Just hanging from the ceiling, but it looked stupid, so we have this plain background and a bit of a border here now. I hope that's fine with you. If you have any ideas or any input of how this could look better, feel free to give me exactly that. Okay, anyway. It's pretty cool that we have a recently used bar as well. It makes it easier to find the same skill again if we want to use it again. Our other options: capture a foe, attempt to capture a foe, damaged foes with status problems are easy to capture, some foes can't be captured. So it really is a bit like Pokemon, isn't it? Skip your turn, that's not a smart move for now. Fleeing also makes sense, so there's no penalty for doing so. I'm just wondering if we can always flee, or if there's a certain chance that we miss. Yeah, that we don't manage to flee. Steal a random item from a single target. Better items can be stolen when this skill is leveled up. Low accuracy, okay. Temper. Busts an ally's attack power and gives them brave status. Has a 1-turn cooldown. How long does it last though? We'll see. Tremor. Basic earth attack which hits a single target. Power 30. And may wet targets. Is that... That's interesting status effect, but okay. Being wet is... Anyway. And protection, yeah, we already read that one earlier. And it can even... Yeah, it hits all allies, I didn't realize that earlier. Okay, so their weakness... Wait, how does this work now? 50% elemental resistance means they get 50% less damage. And for example, minus 80% means they get that damage even on top. As a rock, it makes sense to be less sensitive to lightning or to fire or other earth damage, or I think that last one's poison, the green one. And it would make sense to be vulnerable to water. Wait, that's not water, that's ice. Otherwise I would have used this spell, but I'm not sure if they're vulnerable to it. I'm just not sure if the positive percentage is good or bad for me. Do you know what I mean? Like plus 50, is that good for me, or is minus 50 good for me? I have to check that with another enemy where it's more obvious, like a fire dragon. If I see 50% water resistance, then I know, okay, that's good for me, because a fire dragon wouldn't have actual water resistance. We're gonna check that later, so for now we're just gonna use a normal attack. And that was a crit hit, and that's that. SP, are those like... No. I thought like... some sort of experience points, but what would SP stand for? Anyway, let's finish this. That was a rather easy fight that took me way too long. We got like a brick or something, and these are actually XP, and... Why do we get pounds? I mean, we are an island, but... Are we in Britain? And 2 AP, whatever that may be. And these SP, I'm not sure if that's like for a certain attack that we can only use, like certain skill that we can only use when that bar is full or something. I want to get to that treasure, so let's see if we can defeat this shell. Or whatever it is. If that's some sort of crab, I think I should be able to take it on. Same thought here. 209 HP, of course we're gonna scan it first. Can eat? Okay, this I didn't see gonna catch them all. Also, why? Yeah, exactly, why and how? How can it dig below this, what's it even called? I don't know, but there's just water below. Okay, well, maybe it can swim. I was just saying, like, how can it dig down here and dig back up here without falling into the water, but it can probably swim. And, okay, so this makes sense to me. I would say this is a water creature, and so it is resistant to water. So it doesn't get any damage from water, but it is not very resistant to earth damage, for example. Does that make sense? I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna just try it. Hermit creep, by the way. Of course it's called creep. Because it's creepy, not because it's a creep, but whatever. Okay, this is a power of 30. How much damage do we deal with it? 91, okay. Cool, I didn't know I could do that. I just smashed the ground as hard as I could, of course. Okay, so we did deal... Don't get all defensive around me. You're just delaying the inevitable. Anyway. Agreed. But, okay, damage taken reduced by 50%. This one should usually deal 30 damage, and it's pure earth damage. Instead of 30, it dealt like 90. So I'm assuming it's because it's not very resistant to earth damage. So minus 80 is good for me. Now we're going to test it again by using the water spell and seeing how much that deals, because from what I see here, it should actually even heal when we're using the water skill. Or at least get no damage. We're gonna see. It actually healed. Yeah, it healed it. Okay, so the more red it is and the more in the minus the percentage is, the better for us. It makes more sense, but I wasn't sure, so I needed to check it. This is the downside to really blindly playing a game without checking it out earlier or before recording. Whoa, hitting the ground somehow produces water. It's a miracle. Well, it's not that much of a miracle when you're standing above water and maybe these planks are just wet already, but... Are we juggling Easter eggs? Anyway, I get your point. I'll shut up. Also, we're wet now. I still have the same question. I'm almost sure now that we are a guy, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we're wet. What's that about my hat? A status effect? I wonder if I can learn more about it by putting my mouse over the icon. Why does he have a mouse? No, yeah, we're wet. So thunder and ice damage taken is increased by 50%, but fire damage is reduced by 50% as well. Like, reduced by 50%. So, of course, since we're wet, we can't burn as easily, but if we're getting struck by lightning, it deals more damage, and if it gets really cold, we're also getting more damage because we're already wet. Okay, so I think I got the basics figured out now, and since this thing is, as I said, pretty non-resistant to earth damage, we're gonna use that again. I was just wondering if we have some sort of magic points, but I think there's no such thing, is there? I would know. I don't know what this red bar is, but there are no technical MP, so that we can just use a certain amount of skills. So let's go for this one again. Also, this first episode is gonna be like half an hour just to get the basics done, and starting from the next episode, we're probably gonna make more progress a bit quicker. Evasion is down. Okay, evade tempo decreased by display percentage, so 50% less chance to evade an attack, which is not that big a deal because if we just use another tremor, this thing should be dead. There we go. I want to eat that crab! Why do enemies just explode when they die? That's actually a good question. Also, we get another shell. We'll technically want to eat that crab, but at least we got its shell, right? Whole harbor. As it said, some creature used to live in this. It's dead now. Also, the other one gave us a brick, as I said. Put them together to build a house. Can be thrown in battle. I kind of doubt that we can actually build a house, but the being thrown in battle stuff is probably true. We got soft wood, a pleasant type of wood used for decorations. I'm not gonna make a joke with soft wood. I'm just gonna repeat that we are wet and read the next thing. Iron plate, a weight used by people who want to level up their bodies. Level up their bodies. These weigh 10 kilograms each. How much can we carry? Is there carry weight? I doubt it. And a pumpkin which heals an ally for 300 HP or 20% of the max HP, whichever is higher. That's pretty neat. Also, are we being healed after each battle? If so, my question is, why can food heal players out of battle if we're getting max HP after each fight? Maybe that changes after we are done with like the tutorial. Will I get an achievement if I do this 50,000 times? Probably not. Let's finish another battle, and before we go to the cat, we're gonna end this episode. Also, I hate slimes. Yeah, can't even eat them. Why can't we eat slimes? That is sad. Also, are these the same or different slimes? I think they're the same, just with different skins, but we're gonna scan them. Okay, they're not friends, but they need love, apparently. Real charming creatures, these slimes. No manners at all. Okay, they're both water slimes, and they made us wet again. Also, they are not very resistant to... Oh, they are rather vulnerable to electroshocks, but I don't think we have any sort of electroshocking attack. Do we? No, we just have earth and water. That was earth, wind, and fire. Anyway, I think 2020 is way too late to make those references to songs that have, or to bands that have been gone for way too long. Anyway, we deal normal damage with this spell. It has a power of 30, and our normal attack has a power of... Can we see our normal attack power somewhere? Here. Normal attack has a power of 40, and even a chance to freeze? Element and effect depend on current weapon. I see, okay. Let's do it that way then. That was a crit. Easy one. I need to later check out my chances for crits and stuff like that. Our SP are full now. I still don't know what they are. And this bar is still rising. I wonder what happens when it's full, but we'll probably not find out this episode, but just next episode, because this fight is over now. Also, I kind of want to... Okay, now I see there's a second wave. I didn't know that that's the thing. Okay, 2 more water slimes. We got enough HP to get through this, so it's not a big deal. I'm just wondering if we can capture the other slime. I'd like that because I want to figure out what happens if we capture something. Do we have any chance to weaken it without killing it? This doesn't increase our defense, does it? No, it would give us... This would. For how long though? It has a 5-turn cooldown, but how long does it work? Forever? For the rest of the fight? I'm just gonna use this so we can last another round in case capturing fails. I really don't care about playing defensively, but maybe if my life is like really threatened, I could try using buffs like that. Yeah, maybe then it's okay. Okay, we're getting less damage now. And now let's see if we can capture our foe. Can we see the odds somewhere? Doesn't look like it. Wait, a blob of strange living water. It's not safe for drinking, presumably. I didn't realize that there was a tooltip for enemies as well. Gotta remember to read those whenever we identify new enemies. Okay, let's try to capture it. No way, that should have been caught. Was that like... I mean, of course it's a Pokemon reference, the capturing itself, the way that you react to it. But I'm now wondering if it also has that, like, with Pokemon, at least it used to be that way when I still played the old Pokemon games or the normal Pokemon games. The ball was wiggling 3 times, after the 3rd time it was captured. So I thought, oh, it wiggled 3 times. It's probably a Pokemon reference, so it's gonna be captured, but it still broke free. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Broke out again. I'm not sure if there's... Some foes can be captured, it would probably say that. We could choose it. Recycle. Oh, it has different whatevers as well. I'm not sure, but I think... Oh, okay, our defense is slowly going down again after each round. That makes sense. So our buff is actually worn out after 5 rounds, so whenever we can use it again. And it's slowly decreasing over time. This way up, well, that didn't work. Oh, come on! Limit break. Ah, okay, this thing is full now, so we can use our limit break, which will probably insta-kill the enemy. I don't want to do that right now. I guess and hope it lasts until next battle and we can use it then. I'm gonna give it 2 more tries to catch this thing. If the next catch after this one doesn't work either, then we're gonna just kill that thing, because... Yeah, maybe we would really need to give it a status effect or whatever, but whatever we would try to attack it with, it would kill it instantly. So there's not a big chance of us damaging this foe. I'm giving up for now. We're gonna try this again later. I don't want to really die here. Can we use a normal attack, or will this automatically become a... I mean, here we can't use the normal attack again, but... Just an ambulance. I mean, we are low on HP, so... I understand. Also, wow, I didn't notice that our eye looks that bad. It's not good. We probably got some water slime in it. Ugh. Let's try using the normal attack. It works without using the skill breaker, limit breaker, whatever. Good. 24 XP, we're getting closer to leveling up. 20 bucks and 4 AP, whatever those are. So far, so good. We are progressing slowly, but we are progressing. Oh, we're slowly healing, I see. Okay. I'm cautiously optimistic when it comes to this game. I'm looking forward to playing more of it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, guys, I'm not always streaming on Twitch. There's no schedule right now, but I am still streaming on Twitch. For those of you who haven't read my Discord announcement, I'm just going to say it again now, maybe at the start of the next episode as well. I'm trying to solve one of my problems, which is either ignoring chat too much when I'm playing games or ignoring the game too much when I'm reading chat when I'm streaming. So to solve this mysterious problem, I'm now going to focus a bit more on YouTube again with Let's Play. So I'm playing games on YouTube. If you guys ever want to chat with me, just talk to me or whatever, feel free to stop by my streams on Twitch, where I'm mainly doing just chatting, to just get in touch with you guys, talk to you about whatever you want to talk about, your life, my life, the games I'm playing or whatsoever. We can play some games occasionally there as well, maybe even play games together, but the main Let's Play or gaming stuff is gonna appear on this channel, at least for the time being. We'll see how it'll turn out in the future, but that's my plan for now. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below, leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, great morning, great evening, and of course an awesome night, depending on what time it is for you right now. Take care, guys. Bye, everybody.